children. In our last video, we have done the explanation of this chapter, that is the priceless sleepers. So now we are going to do the book exercise of the same. Children, let us do a small revision. Children, can you recognize these two persons? I have asked the same question in my previous video. So, the second person, he is Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia. He was the most famous Sufi saint of Indian subcontinent. And the first person, he is Amir Khusro. He was the most famous disciple of Nizamuddin Aulia. So let's start the bookwork. First, we are going to do comprehension. You have to complete the following sentences. Number 1. Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia lived in Delhi. The villager went to see the Sufi because he was told that the saint was a very kind man with extremely wealthy followers. Children, that is repeated twice. Please erase one. The villager didn't go to any rich man because he knew from his experience that the rich were never eager to part with their wealth. The villager thought that the people of his village would laugh at him because he was expected to return as a rich man, but he was returning with a pair of slippers as a gift. Number B is answer the following questions. Let's do the question answer, children. What was the poor villager's aim in life? The poor villager's aim in life was to become rich and have a lot of money because every day he had to struggle hard to earn a bread for one time of a day. Why did he decide to travel to Delhi? The poor man decided to travel to Delhi to meet a great Sufi saint, Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia. Children, when he tried so many things to make money, he failed. He did not get satisfactory results. So someone told him to go and meet Nizamuddin Aulia because he has wealthy followers and you will get some help. What did the Sufi tell him on hearing his demand for money? The Sufi saint told the poor man as to why is it so important for him to have money. Because according to Sufi saint, there are many more things which are more important than money. So he asked a question. Question number 4. How was he treated as the Sufi's house? So, children, we have already seen the poor man was welcomed and allowed to stay as long as he wanted. He was also given food and decent attire at Sufi's house. And children, at the same time, we have also read that he had a better sleep than before. Peaceful sleep, comfortable sleep. Question number 5. Why did the villager decide to leave the Sufi's house? The villager decided to leave the Sufi's house because he was not called and given money by Sufi saint. Children, he has seen that he has come with a purpose and he was not getting that. So finally he wanted to leave the Sufi's house. What gift did the Sufi give the villager as he was leaving? The Sufi gave his worn out, the used one, slippers to the villager as a gift. What did the villager see in the distance on his return journey? I missed one question. Question number 7 I missed. What did the Sufi say as he gave the villager a gift? The Sufi said that you have a long and dusty journey ahead of you and these slippers may be useful to you. He also said that I only own what I wear, so I will give you these with my blessings. Question number 8. What did the villager see in the distance on his return journey? The villager saw a great cloud of dust coming towards him in the distance on his return journey. Question number 9. What did the horseman why did the horseman treat the gift with respect? Children, who was the horseman? Who was the rider? He was Amir Khusro. So the horseman treated the gift with full of respect, okay, and with reverence because the sleepers belonged to his lord. And who was Lord? Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia. How much was the horseman willing to give in exchange for the Sufi's gift? The horseman was willing to give a bag of gold, his horse, and his robes, that is his coat, in exchange for the Sufi saint. Children, the question answers are very easy because we have already read the chapter. I have already explained you the chapter. So try to write the answers in your own words. Let's move forward. Think and answer the following questions. Yes, children, here you have to think and write the answers on your own words. Question number 1. Each thought that he had gained the greatest treasure. Why? The villager was very happy with the unequal amount of exchange, and Amir Khusro was also delighted to get his lord's sleeper. So, children, both of them got what they wanted in life. Amir Khusro wanted his lord's gift, and the poor man wanted to become rich. Question number 2. Why did the villager think that his exchange with Amir Khusro was an unequal exchange? The villager thought that this was an unequal exchange because he never imagined in his life that somebody would give him a bag of gold, his horse, and robes in exchange for worn out slippers. Okay. Now, language structure. Homonyms. What are homonyms? So, homonyms are two or more words that are spelled and sound the same but have different meanings. Children, in our previous chapter, we have done homophone. So, what is the difference between homonyms and homophone? Very simple, but you have to take care. Like homonyms, they have same spelling and sound but different meanings. In the same way, homophone have same pronunciation, same sound but different spelling and meanings. Let's see example of homonyms. Can means ability. Like example, I can do this work by myself. And can means container also. Like there is enough water in the green can. Now, some homonyms are given below. You have to make two sentences using each word specifying their different meanings. First one is bark. Children, these are very simple words. Bark, fair, date, left, year, book. So many sentences can be made. I have made my own sentences. You can make your own sentences. Please don't copy the same sentences. These are just for your help. Bark. So first sentence is the dogs bark at stranger. The sound of dog is bark. And second bark of the tree. So the bark of neem tree is very useful. You can make other sentences also. What do you get from the bark of neem tree? Number 2 is fair. First, fair means when we are saying this game was not fair, when you are doing cheating in the game. So I have written a sentence like this. Each student received a fair amount of prize according to their performance. And second, the girl in red dress is very fair. Here we have indicated the complexion of the girl. Next one is date. First sentence is the examination date has been announced. And second date is I take date every day in my breakfast. Dry fruits. Left. My house is on the left side of the road. Here it is indicating direction. And second left means you can say the past tense of leave is left. So I have written again, I completed the work left by my friend. First year, when you tear the page, children, okay, so I have written small children usually tear the pages instead of writing on it. And second tear, when you cry. So tears fall down the cheeks of the child. Book. You read so many books, story books, a course book. So I have written small children love to read story books. And second I have written Ria wants to book her ticket for Delhi. Next one is suffix. So what you have to do here? You have to add the suffix like NESS, AL, LESS, Y, LY, ILY, ABLE, IBLE to the following words to make new words. I hope you already have done this exercise. Let's check the answer. Clear, clearly. Victor, victory. Lazy, lazily. Reverse, reversible. Port, portable. Mess, messy. Great, greatness. You can write greatly also. Terror, terrorless. Children, here we can also write terrorist, terrorism, but options are not given there, so I have written terrorless. Comic, comical. We can write comics also, but S is not there, so we have written comical. R, early. Tire, tireless. Bride, bridal. Now grammarly, conjunctions. We have learned about some conjunctions like and, but, or, yet, so. These are called coordinating conjunctions. On the other hand, the conjunctions like because, unless, until, while, if, etc. are called subordinating conjunctions. So you have to fill in the blanks using suitable coordinating and subordinating conjunctions. Like, is the bag heavy or light? I haven't seen him, but I recognize him. It was getting dark, so we went back. He drove fast, but he couldn't reach in time. I trust him as he is a trustworthy person. I will not allow her to play until she completes her work. Your teacher will help you if you ask her. She went to school though she was ill. Some conjunctions exist in pairs also, children. They are called correlative conjunctions. These include not only but also either or, neither nor, etc. So please choose suitable correlative conjunctions from the help box to complete the sentences. So let's do. You may include either cucumber or carrot in the salad. My project file is neither in the cupboard nor on the table. My sister reads both novels and plays. Children, here plays means that you're not playing. It is not an activity. Okay, plays, dramas, okay, like novel, play, drama, story, that play. Rahul neither agreed nor disagreed to my proposal means he didn't said anything. Didn't say anything. Kamal could not decide whether to go home or to stay at the party. Suman not only set the table but also washed the dishes. She did both the work. Neither Neera or her sister likes milk. She is both rude and ill mannered. Punctuation, quotation marks. Children, we have done punctuation so many times, so I hope you will not face any problem here. When we write a sentence in which we use the exact words of the speaker, we use quotation marks. Okay, like see here, opening quotation mark. When do we use? After the name and verb, like Nina said. So after that comma, then opening quotation mark, and then I will write the sentence said by her. I will meet you at the second school gate. Okay, then you have to give punctuation like means the with what it is ending, full stop or question mark or exclamation mark, and after that you will choose closing quotation marks. Now, exact words of Nina, who is the speaker, it is said in the middle. We use a comma before the opening quotation marks in a sentence. It is very important. Keep this in your mind. And the full stop, question mark, or the exclamation mark come before the closing quotation mark. Please see the sentence so that you will not face problem while doing the bookwork. So here, insert comma and quotation marks in the following sentences. Zara said, then you will give comma and opening quotation mark. Look at the stars. Full stop is already given. After that, you have to give closing quotation mark. Sina said to her brother, then comma. And then opening quotation mark, we will win the match. Full stop, then closing quotation mark. My mother asked, then comma, and then opening quotation mark. Why are you crying? Then question mark, and after that closing quotation mark. Suchi shouted, then comma, again opening quotation mark, catch the thief, and then exclamation mark, and then closing quotation mark. Number 5. Mona said, then comma, then opening quotation mark, please help me, full stop, then closing quotation mark. I said to mother, then again comma, opening quotation mark, please, our children here after please you can give comma, please buy me a new bag, and then full stop, and then quotation mark, closing quotation mark. Rahul said, again comma, opening quotation mark, Karan is telling the truth, then full stop and closing quotation mark. Priya said, comma, then again opening quotation mark, I am angry with you, full stop, and last closing quotation mark. Now listen and tell. Listen, you have to listen here. Match the dance forms of various places with the countries where they originated. So children, I am reading a small paragraph given at the back side of your book, and then you have to match it. Dance is not only an art form but is also an expression of happiness and celebration. Dragon dance is a famous Dragon dance is a famous dance of China. Salsa, which is popular throughout the world, originated in Cuba. Tango is the famous dance form that started in Argentina. Ballet began in Italy. Where is ballet? Okay. Then it is Kabuki is a Japanese dance form. Kekak trance dance is practiced in Indonesia. Children, it is not serial wise, but marking is done serial wise. Celestial dance belongs to Cambodia, and waltz originated in Germany. So there are many more dance forms practiced in the world which we can explore and find out. Now be creative. Imagine you are the villager who believed that his visit to Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia changed his life. So what do you have to do here? You have to write a letter to your friend about the incident. Write a letter in your notebooks. Children, it is very simple. We have already done informal letter writing. You know the format. Please write. Please share your experience. Okay, and be creative. Yes, you have to be creative and innovative. Try to make it more interesting. Talk time. Find out about any other interesting story related to Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia and narrate it in the class. Children, this you can find on internet. Many stories you will get. And please share to your friends on phone, or make a video saying the story, or narrate the story. Or you can play the story with your family members, make a video and send to your friends. So you can do whatever you wish. Make it more creative, innovative and interesting. So I hope you have done the book work. You have understood everything. That's all for today, children. Thank you.